Drones are becoming increasingly popular for both aerial photography and videography. Now, with so many people trying their hand at flying a drone for the first time, you may be worried about potentially losing your very expensive new purchase. Now, this can cause many people to never really fly that often or even get their drone out of the box for the fear of what they call drone anxiety. Well, fear not, as I'm going to show you how DJI drones provide not one, not two, but three different ways to ensure the safety of your drone. So let's get into it. Of course, the features I am talking about are return to home modes. Now, I'm going to demonstrate them one by one, but firstly, there are two things to note before we begin. Now, the first crucial step for these modes to be successful is ensuring you lock in enough satellites before we take off. In short, if this icon right here is white, you're good to go. Of course, we also want to wait and make sure we get the home point has been updated message on our DJI Fly app screen. Secondly, we need to pop into the DJI Fly app menu and ensure that we set our return to home height greater than the tallest object in the area with which you are flying in. Now, this is crucial for all drones, but especially for drones with no obstacle avoidance capabilities. Now, drones which do have obstacle avoidance capabilities, such as the DJI Mini 3 Pro, have a unique special ability during these situations that I have explored on a previous video, and I will leave a link to that one at the end of this one for you to go and check that right out. Now, the first return to home mode we're going to discuss is, of course, smart return to home. If you are unsure about the drone's location or just need to bring it back quickly for any particular reason, you can simply press a button on the remote controller or indeed the screen on the DJI Fly app. The drone will then automatically ascend to your predetermined return to home height and then fly back to its takeoff point and land safely. Now, this feature is incredibly useful if you are new to flying and can generally feel a little bit overwhelmed. You can just explore your surroundings knowing that your drone is just a button press away from returning home to you. Now, the second return to home mode that these drones have built in is, of course, low battery return to home. As the name suggests, this mode kicks in when your drone's battery is running critically low. It is programmed to calculate the remaining power required to safely get the drone back to the home point, and what it will do is automatically initiate the return to home process to prevent your drone from falling out of the sky. So to demonstrate this, I have run the battery on my drone down to a low level, and we're a fair bit away from the takeoff point. And just like that, as the drone battery depletes even further, it detects that the battery is getting a little bit low for the distance with which we are flying away, and it automatically starts making its way back home. Now, it's worth noting that you can cancel this prompt and carry on flying and ignoring the warning. However, this is something I would only suggest for experienced drone flyers. Lastly, we have the FailSafe return to home feature. Now, this mode acts as a safety net in case the drone ever loses connection with the remote controller. Now, to demonstrate this feature, I'm going to fly the drone out of range and obstruct the controller by pointing it away from the drone, and this is going to result in a loss of connection, which of course is exactly what we need to demonstrate this return to home mode. And just like that, the drone has realised it has lost connection and our screen has temporarily gone dark. Now, what's going to happen now is the drone will hover for around 11 seconds, and if the connection has not been restored, the FailSafe return to home mode is activated, and what will happen is the drone will simply turn its way all the way back round to the home point and navigate itself all the way back. So now you've watched those three return to home modes covering every eventuality, it is fair to say absolutely fear not. Whether you are a new flyer or just suffer from drone anxiety, these drones have got that much technology built in, you're going to find it pretty hard to ever lose it. So that wraps up today's video on DJI's incredible return to home features. If you found this information helpful, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're awesome for more drone related content, and leave a comment below to share your thoughts on what you've just seen. And if you want to see how these advanced safety features can go even further by utilising the drone's obstacle avoidance system, then check out this video right here for a pretty cool demonstration. See you again soon.